Hi everyone, in this tutorial we will learn how to deal with captchas while scraping sites with the Selenium framework. I'll introduce you first to the sandbox site where we will test our code. This time it's a simple PHP form on the link you'd see on your screen. Passing it manually would not be a problem. You have to enter the name, an email, a valid phone number, and some text for comments. After that, you'd have to prove your human nature by clicking on the form suggesting that you're not a robot. You'll see a confirmation that the data is valid and you are indeed not a robot. But what to do if you are one? Create a file called captcha.py and start by importing these methods. As you see, we started using the new captcha package. It would be installed in your virtual environment if you completed the initial setup. We are also going to add some helper modules, one of which would be .env. It helps you to push certain constant variables like API keys into configuration files. You can use these variables through the os.getEnv function after loading them in the initial setup of the code. Also, start a local driver setup for this tutorial, as it would be better for you to see the process visually. Force your driver to go to the URL provided at the beginning of the tutorial. Call this complete form method. You can find the listing of the code in Selenium tutorial captcha.py in the course source code. Magic happens inside the solve captcha method. As you can see, it is calling solver reCAPTCHA with some captcha site key string. Let me show you how to find it. Now go to the site you're trying to scrape and search for data site key attribute. The value of data site key attribute would be something you would have to post in your code. The second tricky part is to submit a captcha. While you cannot directly click the checkmark by automated scripts, you can do what actual JavaScript does. Let me show it to you by example. We need to find an element with ID gReCAPTCHA and make it visible by modifying its set of attributes. Now, when I click the check mark, you'll see that this input fills with certain hash code. It is unique on every iteration, so just copying and pasting it wouldn't work. This unique hash code is actually something that is provided to you by the captcha service. You should insert it using the execute script method in Selenium. That's pretty much all. When you get a response from captcha, you should utilize it and then click the submit button automatically. For testing purposes, I'll also suggest you leave the driver hanging for 5 seconds, so it would be possible for you to see the result of the script. When running this code, you'll see that it hangs for some time. It waits until captcha would respond with proper hash ID, so don't be afraid of this hanging. As you can see, code works properly. That's all for this tutorial. Thanks.